Encoding overloaded. Consider turning. Oh fuck, it's gone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, little ones. This might not surprise you. I'm recording this quite late. My chair is sinking. And why am I recording it late, you ask? Because I didn't get home until quite recently. I believe this was posted about like 8 hours ago now. There's 6 hours there. I think it's actually 8 now. It is 8 hours ago. I am late. At least I'm not more on a day late. I was thinking about this kind of thing where it's just like, do I get Tyler to make the video of the Halloween announcement? And I immediately came to the conclusion that no, I'm not going to pester him about that, because I have no intentions of like lacking when it comes to my dedication to being a valid news source for all Deep Rock news. But I'm not, I'm not going to get torn up if I'm not at home at the exact time that the Halloween announcement goes live. I mean, you can't really blame me for that. But no more fun and games. Let's have a look what's going on here. I mean, we know exactly what's going on for the most part. I mean, it's interesting. I'll elaborate on certain things here and there. Hello, miners. There's a cruel wind howling in the depths below. The moon gives off a sinister glow, casting shadows that seem to reach for you, clawing at you. Steve is barking into the darkness, like he senses something you don't. This can only mean one thing. Halloween is coming to Hoxie's. The seasonal Spooktacular will return on Thursday, October 26th and runs until Thursday, November 9th. 2 weeks. Management would like to emphasise that mining operations aren't ramping down because of any alleged hauntings, and that company insurance policies do not cover exorcisms. That's great. So, what do this event and a bad chiropractor have in common? Both going to send a tinkle down your spine. Great. Anyway, so yeah, this is actually slightly later than the previous one. The previous one actually started on the 19th, I believe. Obviously, this doesn't really mean anything. It's like whatever. I'm just pointing out. It's not criticism. In fact, it's objectively not a criticism, because we know for a fact that they've already made all these events. So the only thing that they haven't made going forward for all these events, the 6 that happen every year, the only thing they haven't made is the cosmetics that you're going to earn in each individual one. They still do it in advance. We actually saw the here it is, the clown mask, quite a while ago. Obviously, we saw this guy, the skull, a very long time ago, right at the beginning of the year, when the Easter one and the Halloween one, they leaked simultaneously. The clown mask I've actually seen in game. I guess that person who was wearing it was a hacker or something. So that was weird. Get down with the clown mask. Do you hear that strange music? Show some wicked clown love with the new Madcap Clown Mask, coming to you straight from the depths of the Dark Carnival. Oh, nice Dark Carnival from For the King. All you got to do is complete the Halloween party special assignment, and this frightening bit of fashion is yours forever. Nothing scares a Glyphid or the FBI more than an insane clown. What does that mean? What is that reference to? I don't know. Scoop up last year's horrors. In case you were trapped in a coffin last Halloween, you can still earn those old seasonal cosmetics from the past. Complete the last year's horrors assignment, and we'll dump a bundle of old masks in your locker. Mission Control isn't too happy about his likeness being used for a mask, but it's not our fault he's got that ghastly scowl. Open season on flying skulls. We're hearing reports of shrieking skulls flying through the caves of Hoxie's. Management doesn't believe in ghosts, but we might be able to sell the processed bone meal, so if you've seen your skulls, bag them and bring them home. Doing so will earn you and your team a double mission performance point. But hold on a minute. This isn't a Longbeard Freighter thing. The skulls just showed up. They just showed up and they're just flying around. Anyway, that's probably the most interesting thing about this. It's a very small piece of content, but it's still present. Get to engage with this little bit of flavour that's going to be added to the game of these skulls that fly around that you have to destroy. It's going to be something small. The space rig is haunted. It's hard for trick-or-treaters to make it to outer orbit, but if they get up here, the space rig is ready. You can expect loads of spooky decor, including frightful ghosts, loads of candles, the scary kind, so they're purple, and pumpkins aplenty. The Abyss Bar dance floor is also being converted into a haunted swamp, like last time, complete with fog and live bats. Management spent so much on the candles that there wasn't any budget left for rabies vaccines, so don't start all the bats. Yep, like we know, begins on October 26th. So, yeah, Halloween. These events are going to happen every year from now on. The announcements are not too special, I suppose. You know, we get in order. We get the Lunar Festival, anniversary, Easter, beach party, Oktoberfest, Halloween, Christmas. And the latter half of the year is definitely more dense than the other one, which is something. But definitely the most, you know, we get the mask, whatever. I mean, it's still my desire to see the one thing I want to see. You know, I know not much is going to change from here on out, but I still want to see the cosmetic that these events add be of greater value, whether it's just because it uses your paint job or whether it's something else like a weapon skin or some other kind of cosmetic or just anything like that. I'd like to see them sort of branch out and let themselves sort of run wild, but also not, you know, put too much effort in at the same time. You know, I wouldn't, you know, the kind of thing of like, why not have a paint job instead of the masks at some point? I really want to see something like that. Obviously the skull thing, it's just like, oh yeah, yep, I'd like a skull cosmetic. That'd be great. I don't think they're not doing it for any particular reason. They're either just going to do it eventually, or they're not doing it because of the ghost ship helmet that you get from the supporter pack. If that's the reason why, if that's not the reason why they're not doing it, then we're probably going to get like a straight up skull mask at some point very soon, like probably the next Halloween or the next one after. And obviously the most interesting thing about this is the skulls. Of course, this is the last sort of double performance point event we haven't encountered yet. It's a different kind of movement. You know, we got the elves that sort of run away from you. We've got the bunnies that hop, and the other one. Well, this is the only other one that moves, and it moves in a different way. It actually flies around, and also the implication here that they just showed up out of nowhere. They're not anything to do with Longbeard Freighter this time. It's actually kind of interesting. But yeah, that's obviously the Halloween event this year. That's all there is to it. I will be playing it on stream across 2 different streams. One will be next week. The next one will be in the second week for the 2 assignments. You can tune in and see us there. We'll give our brief thoughts. I imagine I won't play too much into it, but on the podcast this week. But yeah, that's it. That's Halloween 2023. I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to stay on top of everything to do with Deep Rock and Deep Rock Galactic Road Corps, then please feel free to click the bell as well. God, my voice is mush right now. It's just from having eaten recently and just sort of been sort of worn down throughout the day. Either way, see you next time.